Yeah, yeah, we're here. We're back. This is the Tea Time Tailgate, your new home for NFL pregame shows. You've done CBS before, you've done Fox before, you've done it all, and you left a little bit unsatisfied. It's like when you go to a party and you leave, you go, you know what? There really wasn't that much food there. That's how you felt. And then you got Tea Time Tailgate. You leave there and you feel full for the rest of the day. You feel full, happy, and satisfied. You go, I'm ready to go out and have the best Sunday possible. And that's how you started with the Tea Time Tailgate. For those of you that don't know what the Tea Time Tailgate is, I would love to tell you. Let me get to it. Tea Time Tailgate is a NFL pregame show and is a part of the Tea Time Collective as a stream. We live stream 11:30 to 12:30 every Sunday before the NFL games. And what I give to you is the best NFL picks that I got. I got mortal locks. I got fantasy football advice. And overall, I want to help you strive for the best and most optimal Sunday that you could possibly have. That's what really this is all about, because I like many NFL football fans, take Sundays and football Sundays very, very seriously. It's almost like a holiday. It comes around every single week, and you want to make it the best week that you possibly can. So, what I always like to do is I like to start off before I get into my picks. I want to start off with setting the mood, the tone, and how I'd like you to be spending your day today. If you live in the Northeast region, I think most of my fans are in the Northeast region. Most of the tea timers are in the Northeast region. You'll find yourself in the midst of a nor'easter today. So it's going to be dark and dreary weather. The rain's going to be coming, and I think that is perfect for a football Sunday. Right now, you're getting yourself prepared. You're getting your bets in. Maybe you're getting your food for the day before the weather starts. What is going to be important today is the fit in the attire. Me, I come with my Sunday best as usual, but your attire is not going to look anything like what I got going on right now. I want you to find your baggiest, most comfortable set of sweatpants and sweatshirt. You're going to get that on. There's a little bit of chill in the air, so you can get the windows open as well, because you want a little bit of that chill. You want to feel like you're amongst the football weather. So that's it for the attire. Maybe I think it's time to get those slippers out. I think slippers are going to be an important detail when it comes to today. When it comes to food, I'm going to bear what I'm bearing right now onto you. I went a little silly on the food yesterday. I went a little too hard on the food yesterday. And my stomach, it's rumbling, bumbling, stumbling all the way, not to the end zone, to the toilet. Multiple visits to the toilet this morning. When you got multiple visits before the clock turns PM, that's ugly. So what I want you to do is we're gonna wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on up here? What's going on up here? We doubled up on the horse race leaderboard. Yeah, we're gonna delete that. Yeah, say thank you and sorry. Sorry, that was a little bit of a eyesore for a little bit. So for what you want to start out with today is don't get into the snacks, because that is going to propel you into a perpetuity of stomach issues. You're gonna have stomach issues for the rest of today if you're going in hard on the snacks early. What you want to start off today with is a nice sandwich, like nothing too heavy, not like a chicken parm sub, not like a meatball sub, and not a full Italian either. Like almost like a turkey club, something that you know is going to sustain you and get you to that 4 o'clock slate, because I think we're skipping breakfast altogether today. We want something hearty to fulfill us for the 1 o'clocks, but we don't want to be constantly snacking, because what's going to happen is the stomach is going to rebound later in the day, and that's when you start to go silly. And then what could be the case for you? Tomorrow is a holiday, Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day, however you'd like to celebrate it. Me being Italiano, as you've seen in The Sopranos, if you've seen it before, Christopher Columbus Day should be a national holiday. So the reason I bring up Christopher Columbus Day is because I think a lot of people have tomorrow off, and I think today could really be a get after it in the late afternoon slate. So you want to take it easy. You're nice and chill towards the 1 o'clocks. You sit back to relax. You're with family, maybe even by yourself. But around the 4 o'clocks, you start getting on the horn with your friends. Hey, what are you guys up to? You watching the Packers versus the Bengals? Yeah, I want to be a part of that. Oh, and we got Lions Chiefs tonight. I would also like to see that too. So get ready for that. You don't want to feel, like I said, you don't want to fill up too early because I think beers could be in your future for later on. So just get yourself ready for that type of day. Let me check because we have a special guest today. We have a special guest today. I want to see where he's at. Oh, wow, that is a good. What a setup that is, Mac. What the Mac a tea timer. Looks like he's in a golf simulator. Look at Toby and Steve too. Look at this. And he got the tea time tailgate up. That is a nice scene. I hope you put that shit on full blast. I want all of wherever you're at, wherever that golf simulator is, I want them to hear what's going on. So I set the tone for today. That's what Sunday is going to be like. And what Mac is doing right now, getting after at a golf simulator, like today's going to be a fun day. If you have tomorrow off, this is like a little cherry on top type of day. You already had Friday, Saturday of the weekend, then you get to add Sunday. I always say Sunday with no work on Monday is the best day of the week. It's the best day that you could ever have. Sundays are so good. Mondays ruin them. With no work on Monday, go! Go! All right. We have picks. We have picks going on right now. We have what is happening right now is we have a football game going on during our pick show. So let's get a live score update as to what's going on. What do I got here? We have it is wow 11-10, weird score, 11-10 in favor of the Jets. So, and this goes into my picks, but 11-10 in favor of the Jets. It's 4 minutes left in the third quarter. How are they winning this game? The Broncos just beat the Eagles last week. How bad are the Eagles? How bad are the Eagles? Of course, the Jets are gonna win this game. All right, wait, we got our special guest on. Hold on, Stevie Splits. All right, hold on. We have a special guest for today. I'm talking to the people as I'm talking to you. Okay, bye. All right, we're hooking up Evan. We need oh he looks really good too. He looks wow, look at those glasses. Hold on, let me get this guy on screen. Let me get this guy on screen. Hold on one friggin' second here. We're doing something very, very special. Hold on. Guys, when you get something nice set up, you want to set it up nice, you know? Hold on. Hold on. I don't know if I can get this, Ev. Shit. Hold on, Ev. We're gonna get this going. We're gonna get cracking. How come? All right, let me see. Ev, hold on. Um. All right, we're in bad shape. We're in bad shape. Fuck. Hold on, let me try one thing. Oh wait. You're on. You're on. I figured it out. Oh, I'm a genius. I am a friggin' genius. Oh, you are live. Oh yeah, that's really nice. That's really nice. Hold on, let me put you there. And do I move myself over here? Oh, Evan, hold the phone, buddy. Hold the phone. Wait, over here? Jesus. Hold on. Oh God, I'm moving the whole thing. I'm moving the whole thing, but we're gonna get the Evan. You see yourself, right? All right, there we go. Um, I'm going to go here. I'm gonna wait. I gotta. Yeah, there we go. All right, that's that. Now that's nice. That's nice. All right, I think we're here. Can you hear me, Ev? All right, we are in business. Holy shit, I figured it out. Holy shit, I figured it out. Let me move this because I want to see more of myself. I want to see more of myself. Bang. Oh my god, we're so fucking money. We're so money. All right, Evan, tell me, before we get into the picks, guys, I would like to introduce my friend. He was on the show last week and he liked it so much he said, "Let me get back. Let me get back to it." It's Stevie Splits. Stevie, any recap? I want to hear almost like a recap of last weekend together, for specifically football. How it felt to be on Tea Time Tailgate and what drove you to be back. Oh wait, can't wait, can't hear Evan. Can't hear Evan. He's we just got that update. Oh, keep talk for a little bit. Give me a testing 1 2. Let me see. Let me see this. Um, let me look at let me look at my phone. Let me look at my phone, Ev. I have excellent connection, which is good. Hold on. Right, I'm trying to. Oh, I know what we need to do. Yep. Now I got it. I got it. That it was an easy fix. It was an easy fix. It was an easy fix. Oh my god. All right, go Evan. Go ahead. Tell me about Tea Time Tailgate last weekend. What brought you back?
And I was thinking, this pregame show has nothing on tea time. I need to get back. How can I get myself involved? Left at the crack of dawn this morning from Massachusetts back to Connecticut just so I can make an appearance. So, to say the least, I'm excited to be here and looking forward to hearing what you have to say about these games.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good to have you back. Once I saw the type of prowess that you were cooking with on that first show, I mean, I knew it beforehand that you were meant for the show, and then you delivered on all fronts. It was amazing to see. I really loved it. Yep, yep. And now we're good with the audio. We got confirmation. I love what we have going on here. All right. So without further ado, we have to get into the picks. We're going to go through every game, and I'm guaranteeing 2 picks from each of us on each game. What we're going to do is 1 pick on either the over/under or the spread, and then a prop bet on every single game. Evan, I want to be true and I want to be faithful to the tea timers.
Yep.
I didn't skip out on the game this morning, even though it's in the midst of it right now. I had my pick for the game this morning before it started.
Yes.
It's not looking good, but this is where I wear my heart on my sleeve. It's Broncos at Jets. The Jets were +7. The over under 43.5. I did not want to touch the spread on this game just because I thought the Broncos should have been favored by more points. They're at a neutral site. They're over in London or somewhere across the pond, and I thought the Broncos could have been getting 10. So with the spread being a little bit closer, I think we have a total of 21 right now going into the fourth quarter. So I don't think it's a terrible spot. It's not looking good. And then I always do this selfishly. I feel like I bet this every single week. I got RJ Harvey getting in for a touchdown. I thought this was going to be, even though the spread was sniffing out to be something gross and weird, I was thinking that the Broncos would have been out to a big lead, and then they get their rookie running back going towards the end of the game. So I had RJ Harvey getting a touchdown. That doesn't look great either, but anything could happen. Ev, tell me what you had on this game if you had anything.
Similar to you, I looked at the spread. I didn't understand why it was only 7. Then I remembered it was in London. So then I took the Jets +7 just because I didn't like it.
The,
It's as simple as that.
and we found ourselves doing yeah, not a lot of RJ Harvey going on there, Pudre. But yeah, I think there was a couple of those games last week that were actually like 7.5 point spreads, and they were confusing to us, and we felt like this doesn't look right, and you almost go with the opposite of what you think. And Evan, I actually do want to say this. This is the first time I went into a week of football so far this year and said I have no idea. I had nothing that felt good to me except one
I
game.
actually hated this slate too. I hated this slate.
I nothing spoke to me. Like usually, I look at a game and something speaks to me, and like it could be a
Yeah.
prop. Nothing was speaking to me. It was almost like I was without ears. I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't see anything. And then, but sometimes that's when your other senses start going off, and you start to feel around. Your eyes are closed,
Mm,
and you start feeling
mm.
around, and you go, "Oh, that could be a winner. Oh, that could be a winner. Oh,
Oh,
okay." So all right, so we're gonna move on from that game, Evan. I would say that +7 bet looks good for the Jets already. Oh, did you have a prop bet for this game?
I tried to run it back on the Brees Hall over yards because that hit when you gave it out last week. I don't think he has a catch.
I don't think he's having a good game. Weird game to start the day. All right, so we quickly move from the 9:30 slate and we move on to the 1 p.m. slate. This is a good old slate of football, I'd say. Even though we might not know what's going on, I think it's a good old slatey slate. Um, we got this is the first game that came up on mine. Patriots at Saints. Our Patriots coming off a huge win last week. Saints +3.5, over under 45.5. So as the Tea Timers know, the Saints were my mortal lock last week. Felt so good about them. We were actually both on the Pats too, +8.5. They won outright. The Saints though, that game was a little bit of a farce because, and I think what happened, like the Thursday night game showed me this, that the Giants are actually they weren't as bad as they were that game. They turned the ball over 5 times. You're never going to win a football game turning it over 5 times, and there should have been a bigger disparity in the win, and there really wasn't. So I think that Saints win, even though we were on the right side of history, I don't think that's something that is going to repeat itself. The Patriots, I really think they're catching their stride. Greg, I like to see you on multiple platforms. Keep it up. Keep it up. The Patriots are starting to keep their stride, and I think we have found a leader of our team this season in Stephon Diggs. He's really been what he said this week was because the reporters said something to ask him something about playing a lesser opponent, and he goes, "I actually think this week is a better test of of our team than last week because we have to show up every single week, no matter who it is. So I think he's getting this team into the right mindset. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna take the Pats. I love the Patriots in this one. Well, I don't love the Patriots in this one, but I'm always going to take them. To cut the 3.5, especially at home, I didn't feel comfortable with it. I love the Patriots to win this game, but I'm going against our guy Mikey Poudre. He gave us a pick this week. He has a pick of the week every week. I hope everyone saw that last week. His pick of the week. What do you have? What do you have, Ev?
I would like you to know that I was with Carl this morning and he had one play that he wanted me to give you, and you have to follow the signs for this one.
I love following the
So,
signs.
so can you help me out here? Where is the game?
It's in New Orleans.
What type of field or arena do they play in?
Turf.
Yes, but what encompasses the building? What type of it,
Superdome.
it's a super dome. So that's the sign, super dome. What is super dome? Dome also equal. We'll let the kids figure it out.
Oh yeah.
That
Um,
is
an
that
eater.
then
An eater.
that 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 then leads into another sign, blowjob. No. Cardi B is the sign going off of your Stefan Diggs. Cardi B has a video going viral right now where she could imagine any type of sexual encounter that she has a fantasy about, and it is passionately her and another girl with another male. And how many people are in that, Anthony? How many people did I just say there?
Three.
Three. But let's not forget Cardi B is pregnant, so that actually makes it half. That makes it 3.5. Patriots, 3.5 from Carl Connie.
Oh, really good, really good.
Yes.
Now that's how you use some deductive reasoning to get yourself to an answer. I really like
Yes.
that. I really like that.
Yep.
Thank you for bringing that to us. Do you, before I say my official picks for the game, do you have any other pick in this game?
Yes, I like the over in this game. I am somewhat skeptical on it only because these are two of the bottom three ranked explosive play offenses within the NFL. But that being said, I still like the over. I think the Patriots are moving the ball. I'm actually not going to fade Mikey Boudre. I'm going to listen to him and I'm going to take the over in the game. He likes it. I like it. He hasn't steered me wrong, so I'm going to follow him there. And then when it comes to my player prop, I would like to get a little musical, if you will, a little lyrical.
Hmm.
When the moon hits your eye like a big piece of pie, that's Ramondre. TD. I think if anything, I know Vrabel trusts him, and he's finding paid there. Plus 110, book it.
Yeah, I love that bet. That's a bet that I threw in today, and I think we can. That's a tea time double up right there because that is also my prop bet of today or on this game. I
Ooh.
love LeBron James getting in the end zone, but when I was envisioning this game, so like when I'm going through these games, when I'm giving my picks, I like to put myself in onto the field. I like to imagine
Mm.
myself. How is this going to play out? And it's almost like a symphony within my head and it's like you said when the and I could see this. I
Wow.
think this is gonna be a little bit of a slog fest of a game. I think this is something that it's like a dirty and grimy game. Neither team's moving the ball that well. I think the Patriots are gonna win this one. Maybe like 22. I think 22-17. 22-17 final score. So that's what I'm imagining, and that gives you your 3.5 as well. So we can dance with that. We can boogie on Oogie onto the next game. Uh, Car-
Oof.
Thank you. Yep.
What a transition.
Yep. Cardinals at Colts. The Colts are -9.5. The over under is 46.5. I would like to apologize to Indianapolis because last week I did give their team praise, but for me to pick the Raiders in that game just because I didn't like how it felt, that's downright disrespectful. They dismantled them. They disarmed them. They downright pants them in front of the whole class. The Raiders are in front of the class presenting on the Missouri. Damn it! No, I had it. I had it. Lewis and Clark.
Oh.
What expedition did they go on?
um,
It was the name of their expedition.
uh,
Beep beep
um,
beep boop beep that real quick for me. While we're waiting
the
on an answer.
corpse of discovery.
Corpse of Discovery.
That's what it says here. The
So
Lewis
now
and Clark expedition was officially named the Corpse of Discovery.
now
CORPS.
I would like to. I would almost like to think of this exercise of tea time tailgate as the corpse of discovery. The way that we find and stumble into picks and winners.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the way that this keeps feeding onto itself, it really is the gift that keeps on giving. So the reason I'm starting with an apology is because I should have never picked the Raiders. That was maybe my worst pick last week. And I'm going back into the well this week, though. I didn't learn. I didn't learn. So this, like I said, I have no idea with these games. I have no idea with these games. I think everyone thinks the Cardinals are awful after the way they lost to the Titans last week. They had the most demoralizing loss, and then their coach Gannon, he said what the vibe was in the locker room this year, and he said so dope. So this
I
is
saw
the
that.
so dope play of the day. We got Cardinals plus 9.5, and this is a little one that I like to have fun with. This was one that went that's so Raven mind's eye.
Oh,
I had a thought. Alec Pierce is coming off of a concussion injury. He's going back in the game this week. Get him for over 40 yards.
I like Pierce. Whenever he's available, Jones seems to look his way. It is important to note that the spread is 9.5 in this game, is because Kyler Murray is out. We have Jacoby
Out.
Brissett starting at quarterback today,
He's
and
out.
he's out. But I like Jacoby Brissett. I think he's a serviceable quarterback. I think
He's the definition. He's the definition of serviceable.
it's not going to come down to him. It's going to come down to the Arizona coaching. And if they can trust their offense, I think I like the cover there too. I really hated this game before when it was at 7. I still hate it at 9.5. I would lean Arizona 9.5 to test the Poudre theory of, oh, we have a injury, but everyone starts flocking their way to the Colts spread. Let's test this theory out. It didn't hit last week. I know if I know my guy, his theory can't go 0-2. Let's follow that. Stay on Arizona 19.5. And then when I was looking for a prop, nothing was really speaking to me. But then I was like, okay, last week I did the whole debacle. Is it DeMarcado? Is it Carter? But then I gave you the Kyler Murray rushing touchdown at plus
Great pick.
220. That hit.
Mm-hmm.
So this time I do want to go with one of the running backs, but then I couldn't really figure out which one I wanted. And we all know Carter's the starting running back. And then I was like, Carter, all right, he had 5 catches last week. I don't know if he's going to get that many this week. But then I was like, what's his receiving line? And then I saw his receiving line was 14 and a half. And then Anthony, when I say Carter, what professional athlete do you think of?
Vince Carter.
Vince Carter, thank you. Vince Carter was number 15 with the Nets, where he really took off with his career. And with the 14 and a half, I'm going over Carter, 14 and a half to hit the 15 receiving yards. Thank you.
Yeah, I like that. See, I like how the way that you're using your brain today. And again,
Yeah.
on a slate like today, where neither of us felt like we had a good feel, sometimes it pays to get gimmicky. We're
Yeah.
using those gimmicks. We're using a little bit of inklings here and there to get ourselves to that next step, and hopefully that gets us to this next game. Um, I mean, the transitions now, the transitions. All right, so 5.5 points, move from 6 to 5.5, over under 38.5 points. So Tomlin is a guy that I like to. I follow the numbers. I follow the spreads on him. He operates best when his team is underdogs. Right when they think that this team is out of it, that's when the Steelers are good. Right when they think the Steelers are good is when they turn bad. The AFC North, this is always going to be a tight matchup. I think at 5.5 points is too much to give up. But I do like to say this. I would like to say this. I think Dylan Gabriel is horrible. I think he is not an NFL quarterback. He can't throw the ball more than 30 yards downfield. I think he is going to be benched within the next 4 weeks. I think he's
Wow.
bad. I think he's bad, and I don't. I think he's bad. Let's just keep it like that.
Yeah, it's ended at that. That's a good statement.
Right. So I like, because of everything I just said. I like the Browns today plus 5.5. I like the Browns plus 5.5. And then I like so because this Dylan Gabriel guy doesn't have that much arm strength to him. They're gonna. All I saw last week was little free, little free, little free. He does that he does a little free to Fannin Harold Fannin, he's gonna have over 3.5 grabs.
Love it. I love it. Let's just shit on the team and then bet them. That's a strategy that always pays off. Uh, it's really important to note for this game too, the scheduling. It's the talk of the town when it comes to this game. The Browns just had Gabriel play have his first ever start in London. When you play in London, you're given the opportunity to then take a bye week after it. Stefanski said, "No, I'm good. We're gonna play no matter what." So they don't have a bye, and instead they have to go into
Wait,
Pittsburgh.
he
Gabriel
declined. He
he
declined.
declined. He declined it. He said, "We don't need a buy. We'll take it later in the year."
Stupid.
So then now Gabriel is having his first start on the homeland in Pittsburgh, where Pittsburgh's coming off a bye. So that is why the spread is so high. That is why the Steelers are my survivor pick, and it's also why I'm taking Cleveland plus 5.5.
See, when
Yes.
everything's lining up a certain way, you're like, I'm going, I'm going, I'm going. Wait,
Yep.
it's almost like when we were going to Kelly's that morning. We're like, wait, there's encore.
Right.
Take the exit. Take the exit. Um, you're right about that, Mike. All right, so we're gonna go to the next game. Evan, the next game is Seahawks at Jags. I need to take a potty break. I want you to bring the tea timers into this game. The
Yep.
it's Seahawks at Jags. Jags plus 1.5 over under 47.5.
I have the Jags
Wait,
minus
wait,
one
wait.
and a half.
Minus 1.5. You say? I think I might have wrote that down wrong. I might have wrote that down wrong. Minus one
Maybe
and a
it
half.
flipped. Maybe it flipped since last I when I wrote this down. But
Maybe
yeah,
it flipped.
you
Maybe it
go.
flipped. Maybe it flipped. All right, break us down. I'm gonna do a quick pee.
Yeah, do your thing. The Seattle Jacksonville game is on paper a really good game. I think what has to be said is the Seattle defense is really banged up. We're gonna have to check the injury report before 1 o'clock start, but it's not looking good for them. Their cornerbacks are just bamboozled. And that's why Tampa Bay was able to come back against Seattle last week. If anyone tuned into Seattle Tampa last week, it was an absolute barn burner to the finish. Seattle plus 3.5 was almost my mortal lock of the week, and I really wanted to give it, but then I saw some signs in a grocery store that made it Denver plus 4.5, which hit. So I'm just going back and telling you all my winners. I'm not letting you know about any of the losers. So that being said, I know Seattle defense is banged up. I really just don't like this spot for Jacksonville,
I
even
wish
though I
hot
think
dog. I wish local meat chop. I wish I did something gimmicky right there. That would have been the perfect time. That would have been the perfect time. All right, Ev, yeah, keep. Don't let me interrupt. Keep
yeah,
going.
yeah. To bring you up to speed, Seattle's defense is really banged up. I think this is a letdown spot for Jacksonville. With that being said, they keep getting better. Every more additional week before the offense under Cohen is seem to be improving. But when I first checked the lines when this came out on Sunday or Monday, I totally forgot about the banged up defense for Seattle. And I said, I love Seattle this week. Let down spot for Jacksonville. It's going to be my mortal lock of the week. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I think it stinks, but it's a mortal lock. It's my mortal lock. It's my mortal lock.
I hate to see what happened to you last week bleed into this week. You're trying to make right on your Seahawks bet. I could see it. You said I missed the Seahawks
Yeah.
last week. I want back on them, and you
Yeah.
know what? I expect that from people like me. I don't expect that from Stevie Splits. So let's make sure each one of us is staying in our correct lanes when it comes to this show. Okay, pal?
Apologies.
It's okay. So, despite the banged up defense on the Seahawks side, this is a game over 47.5. They put, I don't like that. I don't like that. I think that's a miscalculation in terms
Mm.
of Las Vegas, Nevada. I think this is going to be a slog of a game. I think it gets gross. I think it gets ugly. I think,
Oof.
I like Seahawks in this game. Not enough to bet them, but I think they're going to control the pace of this game. I think they're going to run the ball a lot. They're going to control pace. Okay? So when you control and pace, you run the ball a lot. I like under 47.5. I like the under in this game. But despite being an under, I can guarantee there's going to be a touchdown in this game. And who's going to get that touchdown on the Seahawks side? There needs to be points still. We got Kenneth Walker getting in the end zone. I like him touchdown.
Very nice. For my prop in this game, I actually need your help. I would like to know this. If I could give you either one of these things, would you rather have a sausage, egg, and cheese or a bacon, egg, and cheese right now?
Right now,
Right now.
sausage.
Sausage, egg, and cheese. Then I'm calling this a sausage, egg, and cheese parlay. I got Smith, Etienne, and Tarbonnet finding the touchdowns today, plus 750.
So it's a SEC.
It's an
Sausage, egg, cheese.
SEC.
Sausage, egg,
Yes.
cheese.
Yes.
Etienne, Charbonnet. Who's the first person?
Smith and Jibba.
Who's gonna be the B if I chose bacon?
It would have been really good. Those odds are juicy, and I really like this player to find the touchdown today. So does my
Brian.
guy, Big Brain. It's actually Deami Brown.
Oh, that's a little
Deami
sneak
Brown,
attack.
ETN, and Charbonnet on that one. That's plus 1900. But as it was written, Lasad Naib. As it was written, we're going with the sausage, egg, and cheese.
As it was written is as it was told. But
Mm.
That Diami Brown pick right there, that's like your neighbor coming around the corner. That like your neighbor, you guys are real close, you're real friendly. Like it's like an in and out type of style. He comes through the back door and he just says to you while you're on your couch, Diami Brown.
And on to the next one.
Yep, thank you. So the next game is a football game, and it's on this Sunday, and it's at 1 o'clock. The next game, Cowboys at Panthers. Panthers +3, over under 48.5. The Panthers have been a wagon at home this year. They're a little bit better than expected. I think the Cowboys are a little bit better than expected too. I the line was not saying anything to me. Usually I look for a line here. I would want Cowboys. I think the Cowboys should be getting more points. Now that makes me think Panthers, and this is everything that has happened to me this week. It's this because of that. It's that because of this. And then next thing I know, I'm cross-eyed. I don't know what's going on because I'm so confused. Yep, there you go. I can't do the cross-eyed. I wish I could. I just
Yeah,
looked
you're
up.
just looking to the stars.
I just looked up.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Whoa, you're just, but hold on. We might have just walked into a sign in itself there. You can't cross eye. You look up, look into the stars. You could be on the Cowboys.
Mm. I mean, we could just turn it into that for a pick. You know what? That was what I wanted at first. I'll throw it on my card. We're gonna get Cowboys -3. But what I really like in this game, both these teams are stinky at defense. Both these teams cannot stop the run. We got over 48.5, and then I got a touchdown parlay. Two guys
Ooh.
getting in the end zone. These are guys that you don't even have to worry about. It's like handing them the football is like handing them like a trusty husband with the grocery list. You hand it off to him, and you know that he's going to do his job. He's going to get everything on that list to a T. They're going to get the ball to the north position and get touchdowns. We got Rico Dowdle and Javonte Williams both getting in the end zone +200.
The RB is finding it today. I love it. I love it. You know I love Rico. I love Rico
You
again.
hit us with the Rico. You hit us with the Rico last week.
Yeah, well, I served you with the Rico.
Yeah, those court documents.
You know, docs.
Whoa.
So there is there is a song that I think has two lines in it that led me to my two plays in this game. It's that song that goes, "She feels like Carolina,
Love that
looks
song.
like California."
Oh, I love that song. That tugs at my heartstring, that song.
I am on Carolina spread +3. I don't really get why they're
You just
that
you
low.
just gave me a sign for the Cowboys, and then you go Carolina.
Yeah, well, you wanted the Cowboys from the start, and I was just saying it's right there in front of you. You were just a little scared to make that next step, and I just said, "Hey, it ain't the water ain't so bad. Push it in, kid."
But now you're discrediting your own signs because basically you're saying there could be a sign for anything.
No. They weren't my signs; they were your signs. I was just saying you didn't recognize it. I just wanted to make sure you had the full facts in front of you.
Okay.
But like that to go back to the song, she feels like Carolina. That's why I'm going with the spread. But the looks like California part, so that's a very pretty girl, right? But has that personality, right, of the Carolina side of things.
Yeah. I didn't really think about that. I didn't think about that when it came down to the lyrics. Yeah, that's good.
So if I'm gonna apply this to the male side of things instead of the female that he seems to be speaking about in the tune, I am actually gonna apply this to the pretty boy that happens to be the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. I think he is gonna have over 1.5 passing touchdowns in this game.
I love that.
Yep.
I really love that. Nice job. How you
Thank
get?
you.
Wait, but Bryce Young is a pretty boy.
I mean, he's a young looking lad. I think he doesn't have any grit. When you see that guy, do you think he's like,
No, you think pretty.
yeah,
You
he
think
doesn't.
more
Yeah,
pretty than grit.
yeah. Trust me, I know pretty boys. Look at me, Sonny.
Yeah, you fit that mold. You would be the Bryce Young of quarterbacks for sure.
Yep.
Who
Yeah.
do
And the
you
Pete
think I would
Mahomes
be?
coaches.
Compare me to a quarterback.
Quarterback,
Yeah.
Mitch Trubisky. How you doing?
Okay. I think that you're the beard's blinding you. Both of
Sure.
but I'll take it. Also, I do want to have a quick shout out to the Scatabo family. This week, what happened was we had tea time on Thursday for the Eagles versus Giants game, and then Dale Robinson, he tweeted out something of the nature like they all doubted us, and then I tweeted out a clip from the show showing that I always loved Dale. I tweeted out a clip from the show and I tweeted at him, and then none other than Becky Scatabo. Scatabo's mom liked it.
Ah,
So
that's how
you like being on
the right people.
you like being on the right side of history. So
Sure.
Mrs. Scatabo, shout out you. I hope you're watching. All right, we'll go to the next game here. We're still in the 1 o'clock slate. 2 games left in the 1 o'clock slate. Oh, and this show is flying by. We're okay, but I got an eye on the clock there. Okay. Stevie splits. The next game is Rams at Ravens. Ravens at home plus 7.5 or 7. Sorry, plus 7. Over under 44.5. This is another game that I have no idea. Like I was flip-flopping back and forth. The Ravens looked all kinds of bad last week. I think the Rams are a playoff team, probably one of the best teams in the NFC, and should really dismantle the Ravens. They have a ton of horsepower on offense. The Ravens have none. Instead of trying to get cute and try to think of a way that the Ravens cover and win this game, I like the Rams -7.
Yeah.
And then I would also like to add to this, the Ravens secondary is extraordinarily bad. I think what they're going to try to do is block Nakua. Nakua is the only person that could get anything going. Nakua is the number one guy. He's not the only one that can get anything going. So they're going to be trying to block him out, and then they're going to forget about this guy, Devontae Adams. Him over receiving yards, and I think that is 63.5. I like that for my prop.
Love it. Let's peep to the comments for a section here. Foodray's letting us know this is a big weather game, and we also saw Hot Dog FC in another one of our comment sections let us know that the wind gusts are supposedly supposed to be up there, which is why the spreads come down from +7.5 to +7. When I saw
weather's an equalizer.
When I saw this spread, I couldn't comprehend how it was this close. The Rams are a varsity team playing against a JV team with the lineup that the Ravens are putting out there. I don't understand it at all. I went around asking people what they thought this spread would be. Nobody said this low. I would then like to let you know that I actually have a sponsor for this pick, Anthony.
Beautiful.
Yes, this pick that I'm about to give in the spread in this game is brought to you by Psyche. Just don't do it. So I won't. I'm going Baltimore +7 because I hate it.
So we kind of went opposite there. Like that. Like it seems like it should be Baltimore +7 to play, but like I said, I just didn't want to get too cute. But I mean, I can't, like I've been saying for every one of these games, I truly don't know. I truly don't have any sort of feel. So
yeah, I'm just riding with the sponsor here.
But like, don't let another guy ride your sponsor. No.
Good call.
There you go. So
I do have a prop in this game too.
Go ahead.
Before we move on.
All right, next game.
As everyone is now aware, it is going to be raining in there. I think we're gonna go dancing in the rain. I think we're gonna be little dancers going like this, wearing our little tutus. And Tutu Atwell is going to be scoring today, +350.
Oh my God, Ev. That thought crossed my mind. I didn't have it down, but that thought crossed my mind, which makes me like it that much more. Good fun on you.
Good fun.
Next game, Chargers at Dolphins. Dolphins +3.5, over under 43.5. Another game where I'm like, this spread makes no sense to me. The Chargers should be getting way more points. The Dolphins are really bad. The Chargers have a decent offense. The Dolphins defense is one of the worst in the NFL. And then the over under didn't make any sense to me either because I thought it should be way over. I like I'm gonna take the over 43 and a half. As I'm going through these games, all I'm knowing is that I know nothing. I have no feel for this day whatsoever, but maybe that's what it takes to have the right feel is having no feel. I like over
Right.
43 and a half, and then this kind of goes into fantasy football. I think everyone was on the waiver wire this week thinking running back for the Chargers. Is it Haskins? Is it Vital?
Mm.
Is it Haskins or is it Vital? The thing is, you don't want either of them. They're both not going to do anything good for your fantasy team. But what is going to be good for your wallet, for your cashish, for that Bank of America account is you bet Vital. It's vital that you bet Vital to get in the end zone. He's plus 220 for a touchdown.
I'm gonna write that down, please.
Yep, you like
Yep.
it. You like what you heard.
Yep. I'm writing my routing number as well, so I can just go direct. Uh, when I saw this game, I did not really like a side. I didn't like the over under. So then Stevie splits. I had to go and check the numbers. I'm looking at them live now.
I
They've
was
been
I was
rolling. They've
wondering
been
when
rolling. They've
Stevie
been
Splits
rolling.
was gonna come out.
They've been rolling. I got 33% of the bets and 73% of the money coming on the Dolphins. The spread was 4.5. It's trickled down to 3.5. So clearly there's some big money coming in. So who am I, Stevie Splits, to not follow the money? Stay true to myself. I'm going to go Miami plus 3.5. Then for your over under pick, I would also like you to know that the money is not going with you. I got 32% of the bets on the under, 70% of the money, but that was at 45 and a half. So I think you got it now at 43 and a half. Maybe there's a little middle ground. If you don't go left, you don't go right. Sometimes you go down the middle. So let's see if that can somehow land on 44 and everyone's a winner
This
there.
guy this guy Pudre, he's obsessed with sharp. He's obsessed with sharp picks. The sharp pick's not always right. The sharp pick. The only thing that you got going with the sharp pick is that you can feel good about it because at the end of the day, when it loses, you can at least say it was sharp.
Right. You could say it was still a good bet.
Right.
But sometimes to your point, it is shark bait. Yeah,
Mm.
that's a reference for you for those that back home. Uh I will say, didn't love the spread or over on this game. I love player props in this game. I couldn't stop betting these. I couldn't stop. I was I was just going down the catalog of props and I was hitting them all. I'm on both of the Chargers receivers over yards. We have no Quentin Johnson in the game, so McConkey and Keenan Allen should have
Oh,
a
he's
big
out.
game.
I saw questionable. He's out.
I believe he is out. And I know the Miami defense stinks at stopping the run, so I'm hoping the two backups aren't really a problem. I know Vital because is scoring for my guy T time, so make sure you bet that. I'm just saying there's going to be yards had by the receivers. And then I do have a player prop. I know I've been feeling a little lyrical, a little musical, a little dancey, if you will, today.
Mm-hmm.
So, Anthony,
Yeah.
this one is Who's Finding Pay Dirt, and it's wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble, wobble baby, waddle baby, waddle baby, waddle,
Nice.
waddle baby, waddle baby.
Mm.
Do you know what can even make you feel better about that? Do you know who sings that?
No.
It's
Who?
it's an artist by the name VIC. I don't know if it's Vic, but it's V period I period C. Do you know what that stands for? It stands for victory in Christ. So I am putting my belief in God. I'm putting my belief in victory in Christ. Whatever you want, Waddle's fine in the end zone today.
I want to know Waddle's belief system. I want to know like how much does he believe? If he was a devout Christian, if whoever was a devout, well, actually, we just got to go that Waddle is a devout Christian just because of this pick. So I'm willing to believe that he's a believer.
If there's anything I can support on that front, if Waddle isn't the most avid or devout Christian as we're trying to hopefully make him be, we do know that Tua for his eye black does a cross. So for order for Waddle to score, he's going to have to receive it from a guy that has the utmost faith. So
he does have faith. I do know that about that guy Tua. All right, now we're moving on from the 1 o'clocks to the 4 o'clock slate. Titans at Raiders. This is a game. So the Raiders minus 3.5, over under 41.5.
Good call. This is a game.
This is a game. This is a game that you just hold your nose up at. You know you're better than it. You don't even want to look at it. It's the person on the side of the road that's asking for money. You don't even watch it. You just
Oh
go,
yeah,
yeah, you just go right by them. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry for your less fortunate circumstances, but I gotta keep
Yes,
going with my day. And
right.
this is a
Roll
game
roll that window up.
I hate. I hate I hate that the Titans are keep getting these 4 o'clock slates. Why are we putting the Titans in these and the Raiders too? They're always in the 4 o'clock slates when we have less games. Get them in the 1 o'clocks. Throw them in the mix. Um,
Mm,
this is a game where. So I said, "Oh, it's so stupid." It was my worst pick last week, picking the Raiders. I like the
yeah,
Raiders this week. I like the
there
Raiders
you
this
go.
week. I think that everyone's gonna be like the Titans. Maybe they found something. The Cardinals just shit their pants and went into the fetal position. This I like the Raiders, and I think that Geno Smith is gonna have a good game. I have 3 picks in this game. I like the Raiders
Wow.
plus three. I mean Raiders minus 3.5. I like the over 41.5. And there is no way this guy found his stride last week. There's no way this guy has under this amount over 46.5 yards receiving for Ridley.
Wow. Okay, you're fully back on the Ridley train. He had a lot of hype going into the season. Slow start, but you're saying he just needed to see that one go in, and now he's go.
I think it's less of him seeing the one go in. I think Cam Ward wanted to see that it can go in when you throw it to him. You want to have some trust, and there was lack of trust, and that there's a little bit of a connection. There's
Okay.
there's gonna have to be. He's gonna have over 100 yards. He's gonna have over 150 passing yards. Cam Ward. I can guarantee that 47 of those can be Ridley.
I agree. I'm writing that down. Please write that down.
Yep, write that down, fucky.
Yep. All right. So I hate this game.
Oh, it's
No, I don't.
awful.
It's awful. It really is. It's terrible. It's the 4 o'clock slate is nice because like the 1 o'clock, there's so much you can't have everything on screen. Then the 4 o'clocks come rolling around, and then for the most part, it's 3 or 4 games, and you can have everything available on your TV. I'm telling you, do not have the Tennessee and Vegas on your TV. I
Yes.
think you go the other three and you put red zone in and you just say whatever's happening in that game is happening. So I don't have a pick on the spread. I don't have a pick on the side. I
Mm.
hate that much. I've given out a pick on a spread or a side on every game ever since I've been on Tea Time Tailgate, but I am avoiding it.
Wow,
So
that's a pure
so
hatred.
yeah, so I am going to get really gimmicky and stay with my musical lane. But if I could relate it to one thing is that on this show, we know we love alliteration, right, Ant?
Yep.
So I'm right outside in an AMG, right outside
TT.
TT,
Trey
two
Tucker.
turn, two turn, baby girl, you know me, Trey Tucker, HED. So
I saw
but
that. I saw
yeah, you
where
did.
you were
You
going with
snipped it.
that. That's fun.
You snipped it. You snipped it. But I can't only have one pick a game. That's not how this show works. You got to have
Mm.
2 picks per game.
Put up or
So
shut
I'm
up.
gonna stay. I'm gonna stay in the same song. A little further down it goes. Um, I just saw my hoodie. Wait. What is it? Hoodie. It's a hoodie. It's a Crenshaw. How does it go? What's it? How does it lead into that though?
I was
Hoodie. It's a Crenshaw.
moving down the road. Heart to the stone. Rather see my heart turn crystal. I can't even. But that's all after. That's
Yeah.
all.
Okay. Well,
Damn it.
the main line we need to focus on here is hoodie. It's a Crenshaw. So then I looked up what famous NFL players are from Crenshaw, and then do you know who's from Crenshaw? Hayes Pullard. I was like, Hayes Pullard. That sounds a lot like another T guy that I like in this game, Tony Pollard. So I'm not gonna take the double time. I'm gonna do a Tony Pollard, Trey Tucker parlay anytime TD plus 625.
That's fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
You're really going out on a limb with these sides now. You're
Yeah.
really it's eyes closed, just swanging, trying to grab something, just swanging. You believe me when I make you money. I don't want to. All right, so next game, 49ers at Bucks. Bucks minus 3.5, over under 47.5. Another game where I don't understand the spread. Both these teams probably have the most injuries in the NFL, and they're matching up against each other.
Yep.
So I like the over. Give me the over 47.5. And then I like
Very nice.
I like the 49ers. I think they lose this game, but I still think they cover the 3.5 points. I think it's going to be a weird game. Like it's going to be a game where the disparity, the win margin is 2. That's that's what my guess is. And I also like that guy. He's not green. He's not orange. He's not blue. He's white. Rashad White, touchdown.
Very nice. Very nice. I love Rashad White. You love Rashad White. Our guy that's been on the show, Nate Seed, loves Rashad White. Let's keep bringing that back because
Rashad.
at the time that was a hell of a hit. Uh, I asked a lot of people this spread yesterday. Nobody was in 4 points of what the spread was. They thought that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers should have been favored by at least 7. Uh,
What?
which is why you go where it stinks. I'm taking San Fran +3. I can't tell you one reason why I like it. Of like, oh, like like Mac Jones is going to be able to find his place. No, I'm just doing it because everyone else doesn't get it. That's simple as that. But Anthony, I was actually watching a movie recently, and it made me think of you. I said these two kind of look like each other, but I also love that they're doing play by play and going different routes. The movie I was watching was Dodgeball, and do you know who's a broadcaster of the Dodgeball games? We got Cotton McKnight. And do you know who's and we got Chris Godwin out of the game, and we also got Mike Evans out of the game. Baker's gonna have to find someone. So I'm gonna go and do pay respects to my broadcasters. And I'm gonna take Cotton
Cotton.
anytime touchdown +200.
I liked him. He,
Yeah.
he, he was someone that crossed my eye. I do have to. Dylan Fink came in here. He's Team Scataboobs. Fun name. Full PPR. Pick two. At least one.
Yes, very nice.
At least one has to be a tight end. Warren, Kraft, Flowers, T. Higgins. You know what I like there is definitely not Flowers. I don't want Flowers in that game at all. I like Warren. I like War. If I were to pick two there, I'd go Warren and T. Higgins.
I'm gonna play both of the tight ends. I'm gonna play Warren and Kraft.
So Warren, Dylan in your team Scataboobs. Oh, okay. We got other people in here asking for fantasy advice. But so definitely play Warren. We can both agree on that. He says Kraft. I see T. Higgins. And then we got ZDs in here. Judkins or Etienne full PPR. Etienne.
I'm gonna go Judkins there.
There's a little disparity. I like Etienne.
It
They
is.
try to give them the ball. I don't think the 49ers run. Oh, wait, no, they're not playing the 49ers. Who are they playing? The Seahawks. I Yeah, I don't know. I like Etienne.
There's more projected points in the Jaguars game. I understand why you want to go the ETN right. He definitely hasn't earned his spot on the bench. I just think Judkins has outplayed ETN. The only way the Browns have any chance today is if Judkins gets it going. I think
Yeah,
he can really do it all. Ever since he's been in there, he looks a man among boys. So I'm going Judkins over ETN.
I
Simple as
did.
that.
Right. My only qualm about Judkins is, I mean, they're gonna load the box against Cleveland. They're gonna make them pass the ball.
Yeah,
He only
fair enough.
runs.
They're
He
going to be in
only
a
runs
down
the
game
ball.
script.
I think you're in a good spot either way. I think those are two guys you'd like to have on your team. I like Etienne. He probably has a touchdown today. All right, so we gotta. I mean, we're past the hour, Ev. Let's get these last. There's only 2 games left. Okay, so
Yep.
we have 2 games left. We're each gonna have a mortal lock, and then we have one fantasy start and sit. Okay.
You got it.
Bengals at Packers. Packers are minus 14 and a half points coming off a bye. Over under 44 and a half. I think so. The funny part about this game is Flacco has already gone against the Packers and won while he was in a Cleveland Browns jersey, and now he's in a Bengals jersey going against them again. I think
Mm.
LaFleur is going to be out for vengeance this game. He's going to prove a point. He's going to want to murder this team because everyone's a little iffy about them going into that bye week. They had the tie, they lost to the Browns, and then they had the tie against the Cowboys. I think they're going to come out hot. I like the over 44 and a half points. I think the Packers get out to a huge lead, and there's a lot of garbage time points later on. And that goes into this Joe Flacco over 1.5 passing touchdowns.
I love it. In terms of the spread for the game, I also like the over. So we'll keep it short and sweet there. That's a tea time double up on that one. And then I am going to go to a nice child song here to give you my prop. And I'm just gonna do a slight tweak, and it's Josh Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name too. The people always shout, there goes Josh Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. He's
Da,
going
da,
1-2
da,
today.
da, da. Yes, he definitely is. He definitely is. Oh my god.
Stack, stack, stack.
Yes, I love that. That's one. That's one that I gotta write down.
Yep, I got it for you, Fucky.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Oh my god, I am so leveraged on the Packers today. It's insane. All right.
I'm surprised you didn't give out the play you texted me about.
Yeah, well, I'm saving it. That's
Oh,
called dramatic effect and theatrics,
hello.
those are all found in this show.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, please. Lions at Chiefs, last game of the day. I think the best game of the day, questionably the only good game of the day. Chiefs are -2.5. The over/under is 52.5. This is a line that stunk to me. This is a line that I flip-flop back and forth. I would think the Lions win this game. I think this game would be a pick 'em, maybe even in favor of the spread for the Lions. That's what made me think this has to be the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs -2.5. Sunday Night Football is always known for this under 52.5. I'll give you that pick too. And you know who likes the limelight? You know who likes to show himself off when the lights are the brightest? That's Travis Kelce. He's getting the end zone today too.
Uh, Very nice. Very nice. I am with you completely. I thought Detroit would be a pick 'em. It's -2. I've had my two sharpest friends individually text me saying, you got to take the Chiefs this week. And who am I not to follow my friends when they go their way to individually text me to take it? So I am also on the Chiefs because it has to be the sharp line. Simple as that. Let me stick to my true name of Stevie Splits. The money is also going that direction. We only have 26% of the amount of bets on the Chiefs, but it's accounting for roughly 50% of the money.
Wow.
And then to support your over under, we got 26% of the bets on the under, and it's accounting for 57% of the money. So good on you to sniff out that Sunday Night Football. Stay with the trend there. In terms of a player prop, I do think this game is going to be fun. I think both defenses aren't going to be able to do what they want to do. I think you could really name anyone, and I would say, yeah, there's a chance he gets in the end zone today. But for me, I am just going to keep it short and simple, and I'm going to just keep feeding Kareem Hunt. I think Kareem Hunt, for some reason, no matter how they got there, no matter if someone had a fantastic play running wise to get there, don't care, buddy. You're out. We're throwing in Kareem
Get
Hunt.
Hunt in the end zone. I see that.
Yeah.
Gabbage Man. We got Gabbage Man asking us Trevor Lawrence or Daniel Jones in his lineup. I like Lawrence.
me and you, we're seeing eye to eye on the bets. We're not seeing eye to eye on the fantasy plays. I like Danny Jones.
The only
like
reason,
Danny Jones
and let me give you my reasoning. I think that this could be a big run day for the Colts. I think they're going to win. I think they could probably win handily, and they're not going to have to pass the ball that much. You said you said yourself that the Seahawks secondary is depleted. They let up 35 or 38 points last week. Trevor Lawrence, they're going to be looking for a win. I like T-Law. I mean, I'm kind of going against myself too because I said the under in that game. So the wires are going to get crossed when it comes down to it. All right, Ev.
Yep.
We're gonna move on. We got to give mortal locks, and this is when I get serious. I'm gonna tune you out for a second. These are coming off. This is going in. So when I thought about this slate, nothing was speaking to me. Like I said, I wanted to be in on it, but usually something jumps out at me. Anthony, Tony, tea time. Say something. Say something. Couldn't hear anything. It was like a scary dream that I was in. I was looking at my phone, at the spreads, at the over-unders, at the props. I was looking at this sheet of paper to write shit down, and nothing was going on to the paper except one thing. Like I said earlier, this is going to be a huge statement game for the Green Bay Packers against the Bengals. This is going to be a huge statement game for Matt LaFleur. He lost against Joe Flacco, the old and decrepit Joe Flacco, earlier this year. There's no way he lets that even get sniffing close again. What's going to happen is they're going to get out extremely, extremely hot. They're going to come out with a vengeance. They're going to score many, many points to start this game. This is a weird bet. It's not your traditional bet, but it's something that you need to do to get yourself paid. What we're doing is the Packers team total over 15.5 points in the first half. I love it so much. They're going to get 3 touchdowns in the first half, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter.
Oof. I love it. I bet it myself. You text me saying, "Hey, it's not letting me do the amount I want to on this game. Can you please help me? Can you please help me?" I scratched your back, and I know it didn't get the itch. So then he went into another place and did it. So this guy, when he says he has a mortal lock, he's not doing a facade pick. He's really giving it to
I'm
you, and
really in
he's
it.
really in
I'm
on it.
really in it.
Yes. I already gave up my mortal lock, but I'll let you know. Similar to Anthony, when I was looking at the slate, I didn't really have anything really tickle my fancy. But when the spreads came out on Sunday night, that next morning, I woke up and the only one that I said I gotta go on is the Seattle Seahawks. I know I almost gave them as a mortal lock last week. I didn't though. I didn't.
Saved it.
Want to know? Denver Broncos plus 4.5. Grocery store. People forget.
Nice
Really
play.
good. It was a really good play. When you hang out with Rob Conti a little bit, sometimes you get
That's
a little carried away.
yeah. You're gonna get the Trump voice.
Yeah. So Seattle Seahawks, I think, yes, good win. You beat the Chiefs for the first time forever, Jaguars. You're going to come down to the wire today, too, in the Seattle Seahawks. I trust Sam Darnold. Trevor Lawrence is just a little too inconsistent for me. That's why I'm also telling you to play Danny Jones over Trevor Lawrence to go back to your earlier question. We are locking in mortally Seattle Seahawks money line.
I do. I like what you pointed out there that you are 1-0 when it comes to mortal locks on tea time. I would also like to point out my mortal lock record 4-1. Very, very good. Last week I had the Saints, so let's keep the money train rolling. All right, I have one player for a fantasy start, one player for a fantasy sit. Fantasy start, Calvin Ridley. He's probably someone that's always iffy for you. Do I start him? Do I not? He's an asshole. He's a douchebag. I picked him so early. I gotta put him in there just cause. This is an actual game that he will excel in. This is a game that he will have at least 15 fantasy points in. He should be in your lineup. Who should not be in your lineup is Zay Flowers of the Baltimore Ravens. It's Cooper Rush. He can't throw the ball. Anything that's Zay Flowers related, he can't get the ball to him. He can't throw the ball deep to him. And there's going to be high winds in Baltimore today. Nor'easter coming. So no Zay Flowers. No, 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 no. Zay. No, 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 no.
Very nice. I agree completely with both of those picks, and it was very eloquently spoken. I am going to go to my stardom now. If I'm having the 49ers beat or cover against the Bucks, they're going to have someone catch the ball and score. And I think it's going to be the big boy. George Kittle's slowly coming back, so Jake Tungus is trying to show his stuff, saying
Tongues.
I should still be on the field even when he's back. I think we go double tight end. Look, that's how much I think I should be on the field. So I'm going to start Jake Tungus, and then
Take
in
Jake
terms
Tungish respect game.
book it. I might even write it down.
Right. It
Uh,
deserves to be written.
and then on my sit, I'm gonna go to the boys at the Superdome. I'm gonna sit Alvin Kamara. He was a little banged up coming into the week, and this Patriots team is built to stop the run. I think to my earlier appearance on Tea Time, I do think he might be on his way out. If I'm a Chicago or even the Chiefs,
I
just
think he's
like get,
out. Evan, I don't
is
think
he
he's
fully
playing.
out?
Yeah.
Oh, then that's a great sit him by me. Take him out of
Don't
take
play
him
him.
out of your lineup.
Don't play him.
Take him out of your lineup. If you think you could just snooze and wake up at one, no, no, no. He's out.
Take him
So
out. This is a
yes,
reminder to take him out.
yes. Take him the hell out. I also am now gonna then change it. I think I'm gonna go and tell you, Michael Carter, he's the starter for the Arizona Cardinals this week. But as we know, no Kyler Murray. That means they're really going to stack the box. They're gonna make Jacoby Brissett try and beat you. I think you sit Michael Carter this week, and I think it's going to be a little bit more catching the ball. So if you want some receiving yards, sure, you might get it from him. But I also think they got a little guy in that by Bam Bam, little Bam Knight, who might be overtaking your receiving looks than more so than you want with Carter. Even though I have the over 14 and a half receiving yards, but he can do that on one catch for Carter. So once he
Bam
does
Knight.
that, yeah.
Bam Knight. I like that name. All right, so that is another episode of Tea Time Tailgate. I would like to thank Stevie Splits for joining the show. This is week 6. We do this every Sunday morning leading into it. This is your new home for NFL pregame. You will also see me tomorrow and Thursday, as you always will, for Tea Time. Any closing thoughts, Ev?
I would just say it's going to be a gross day here in New England where we're based out, and it really is aligning with the spread. So we got gross, we got gimmicky, but we're going to give you winners. At the end of the day, we're going to come out the mud.
I agree with that. And as always, how we end the show, hit me.
Oh,
Ah,
absolute.
salute.